Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin is still pushing. Bitcoin is still holding, however, in the same trading range as well. You can see that clearly that we haven't broken out yet and we're just simply consolidating below this structural but dynamic resistance level, which is the top of the trading range here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touch points now. And we haven't broken above this upper boundary line of the trend channel yet, or rather call it an ascending wedge pattern or something, descending, no, not an ascending wedge, a descending broadening wedge. But it doesn't make a difference. There's a trend line there, and the trend is surely up on the smaller time frame. Most recently, the price reacted here to this Fibonacci support area on the daily, and this remains relevant. So I haven't got enough data points yet to change the support area on the daily chart. When will I do that? So first of all, I will probably leave the lower one intact anyway, because this is really an important one on the daily chart, between 43,000 and 49,000. It's not a target, but it's a support area that basically distinguishes, in my view, a bullish market from a bearish market. So as long as we're holding above it, we're in a bullish market. Still, that situation hasn't changed. We're in an uptrend. We have been in an uptrend since August again. But that doesn't mean we have started necessarily the next rally to the upside. We're in a local uptrend, and I need to see 5 waves up to really confirm that we've bottomed here on the 5th of August. And how would those 5 waves look like? Well, we have already completed waves 1 and waves 2, or wave 1 and wave 2. We are now in the third wave, which should take us to round about 73,660 would be ideal, yeah, roughly, maybe even a bit higher, but that sounds quite ambitious. Then we want to see a 4th wave, which holds a higher low, and a 5th wave, and we get all 5 waves. There is a way to call this leading diagonal already complete, and we would say in this case, this is a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. But it just doesn't adhere to standard guidelines, and therefore this would be only an alternative. So when we get the next decent pullback, if we get the next decent pullback, or when we get it, I'm going to watch first for a 4th wave internal pullback. But if it goes a bit deeper, then it could be a wave 2. So I want to account for that, let's say, less probable leading diagonal wave count. Of course, I want to account for that, okay? But I will still be watching for the one that I prefer, which is another 4-5 pattern. But first of all, we need to complete the 3rd wave. We need to see the price get to 73,666. So that's the situation on the Bitcoin chart. Overall, yeah, again, when will I add the next support region? When we get the 3rd wave complete. Then I will offer support. Yeah, it's very important. Until then, we have these data points to work with. The support area here between 55,480, which distinguishes between the white directly bullish scenario and the yellow one, which is short-term bearish, but still overall bullish. And then the lower support area between 43K and 49 distinguishes between an overall bullish market and a bearish market. Now, that's clear. But we get support areas on the smaller time frames. Okay, so let's take a look at the micro counts, because here we can identify some micro support regions, or at least one, which provided now some support this week, and the price dipped into it, and the price has already reacted to it. So in this 30-minute chart, or on this 30-minute chart, we can see that the price reacted to that lower support region, which I just actually showed you on the daily, on the 10th of October, and there are 2 wave counts I'm observing to the upside. It doesn't matter so much which one it actually is. There is a support area which should cover both, which means there's a reinterpretation necessary below 65,200. That is when the first upper support area breaks, and that is when I will have to reconsider the structure. I might then have to relabel it in a way that we're dealing with an internal B wave maybe. But again, this is only like the 30-minute chart, 1 hour time frame, shorter time frame. So things are very fragile here, but you can see that the market already reacted to the 23.6 Fibonacci level here at 66,890. And I think I showed you that potential for a B wave bounce in yesterday's video. Let's zoom in a little bit. By the way, here on this chart, you can see the pathway to complete this C wave of the third wave that I just shared with you on the daily time frame, with, you could say, an ideal target range around 73.5 to 74.4K. That would be ideal. But once support breaks, then some kind of a top is in place and we have to readjust. But overall, you know, looking at this, the idea is an internal wave 2, either in the blue count, bottomed on the 13th of October, and we're now in the third wave probably still, and this is some kind of an internal pullback. And we could get another 4-5 pattern afterwards that could drive us higher as per the blue count. It starts to look a little bit more like the yellow one, but again, they are both very similar. I wouldn't even try to distinguish between them too much. The yellow count suggests that this C wave to the upside we're tracking is an ending diagonal. So we have an ABC in wave 1, and we have a wave 2. We have an A, B, that B wave could be unfolding right now, and a C wave ideally to come in wave 3, and then get another 4-5 pattern. And for this internal B wave, support is between 65,200 and 66,890 USD. So as long as we're holding, you know, this support area, the focus can be on higher. And there has been a first reaction to support. And as I said yesterday, it looks a little bit as if it needs another B wave bounce before we finish the larger B wave. But we'll see. I mean, this looks B wave-ish to the upside to me. I would not be surprised if it goes higher directly. Again, that's where levels are more important than the micro count. Okay, I mean, I can't predict another dip into support. It might happen. I think it looks quite likely. But also looking at the proportions, I mean, it could very well be done, you know. We don't need another dip into support, very clearly not. But at the same time, the move up looks very, very choppy from the low. And the price has avoided another swing high. So we have avoided to break above the swing high from yesterday. That is located at 68,000, sorry, from Wednesday it was. This is located at around $68,390. So we need that push above that level to then unlock prices on the micro level in the area around 68,780 to 70K. That's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And if you're interested in the newsletter, it will probably be sent out later today. And you can find a link for that free newsletter sign-up form in the description. And there will be an update about a cryptocurrency that I don't normally cover on YouTube. Different markets are updated, mindset stuff, all sorts of things. So yeah, you can check it out and have a great day. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.